Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Spotlight on Success, where we bring you strategies and tactics that you can implement in your business right away and take it to the next level. And today, I am so honored to invite Maureen Danek to the show, and we are going to focus on the topic of giving ourselves permission to rave about ourselves, which I just think is so fantastic. So before we jump right in, let me give you a little bit of background about Maureen. Maureen Danek has over 35 years of experience as a psychotherapist, coach, consultant, and entrepreneur. She is a strong advocate for women and believes that the business world needs the collaborative spirit that women are so naturally gifted in. She works with women who are dissatisfied with their current careers and are seeking ways to become more in tune with their hearts and desire. She also works with women entrepreneurs who are expressing their dreams in building their own businesses. She brings emotional support, wisdom, structure, and strategies into her coaching work. Women leave knowing what they want and how they will achieve it. So, Maureen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, I am really excited about this topic today because I do believe that women face a unique challenge in really allowing themselves to shine and to talk up their great points and tell the world how fabulous they are. So a very appropriate topic. To kind of get things going here, I'd love to hear what you think are the three situations in business where promoting yourself is imperative to your success.
I find that it comes up when women are in networking situations, when they're in positions of needing to pitch to a prospective client, in interviews, and also in writing profiles and writing brochures in any of those places where we need to really talk about who we are, what we're doing, our products, our services, that kind of thing. It's often, I think, easier in our culture for men to put themselves out there, and it's tougher for women.
I agree. I think it goes back to how we were raised, and boys seem to be taught often to sing their own praises and, put up the bravado, and this is why I'm better than you are, and for whatever reason, girls are often not encouraged to do the same thing.
Right. I think as women, we're taught from birth to be relational rather than independent.
Mm-hmm.
There was one study of little girls and boys ages 2 and 3, and they looked at the behavior and speech patterns of boys and girls would say things like, "Let's do this," and "Wouldn't this be fun?" And boys would say, "I'm the doctor, you're the patient. I'm the teacher, you're the student." Much more directive kinds of comments. And so they found those patterns, even at that young age, were already kind of naturally programmed in and very different with boys and girls. I think as girls, we're taught to be cooperative, to connect, to nurture, and to put other people at ease. We're taught usually to wait to be asked rather than to ask for what we want. We're taught to protect and preserve relationships at all costs. And women often tend to blur the boundaries between work and friendship in working situations. We're taught to be modest. We're taught to fear being perceived as pushy or aggressive. And often women who are perceived that way are shunned by both men and women in working situations. It's very tough to find that balance between confident, being perceived as being okay as a woman in our.
I agree.
I think there are a number of things that we can do to boost our raving skills and our confidence. The first thing I think is how we frame the context. That when I am sharing with someone what I do, when I'm promoting, I'm doing that for the purpose of building a relationship or building a partnership. I'm not wanting to sell something to anyone that they don't need or want that's not going to be for their benefit. Then the second step is really getting in touch with, why am I promoting this? Why am I passionate about what I'm doing or what I'm selling? And what is my personal story that I bring to that? So it's being clear about the value of my service or product. And the third step I find helpful is to look at, what have been the most recent successful relationships that we've had with clients, and what was the best gift that we offered each of them. What was the most compelling benefit that they received? And this is helpful in defining what is special, that's unique about what I offer, that makes me different than other people, and why would someone choose me to have a service from, or to purchase a product from. The fourth step, I think, is to then take this information and build an elevator speech and build a profile. And to build these two pieces with women who know you very well. Friends who have known you for a long time can pitch you and coach you and see things that you can't see about yourself. My women friends know my strengths, and they're more brazen than I am about building a pitch. And so it's real helpful to use them when you are wanting to develop that. And then in that, to look at, who am I serving? What is their problem? How do I solve their problem? An interesting exercise, I think, at this point is to think, if I were a man, how would I make a pitch? How would I promote myself? And would that be different than the way I think about it as a woman?
Mm-hmm. So, Maureen, those were some great steps that you provided us. And where we lost you with the connection was, you mentioned how important it was for women to join an all-women's network.
One of the things that I found very helpful is to join an all-women's network where women are pitching to each other, because a lot of great modeling takes place in these groups. And you get a chance to see different styles, and you get a chance to discover a style of pitching that's really comfortable with your own personality. And so it's a great setting to build confidence. So I found that very, very helpful in my work. Another suggestion is to take a workshop that is focused on elevator pitches. And sometimes this is done almost like speed dating, so it's speed networking, where you are spending 2 or 3 minutes one-on-one with each person and going around the room and getting lots of great feedback about, was body language congruent, was your pitch clear, and was the target clear, were you engaging? It's often a very good, safe environment to get really desensitized to that process of giving a pitch. And I also remind women that confidence isn't inborn. It comes from stretching and setting reasonable challenges and meeting them, and building the resilience, which is that ability to bounce back. It's important to challenge ourselves and remember to celebrate our successes. I like the idea of creating a Rave board, which is like a dream board or a special notebook, a place to put kudos and cards and pictures that record all the successes that we've had. So in summary, getting in touch with our passion, identifying gifts that are unique to us, drawing in other women friends to help us craft our elevator pitch and profile, networking with women, and putting ourselves in situations where we repeatedly can practice, and then to celebrate.
I love it. I love it. Such great tips. And you really kind of covered the entire gamut with what you just presented. And I think the thing that came through most clear is that it starts from within. And until you really believe in your own worth and the gifts that you have to bring to the world, if you don't have that first, you can't articulate it into the words to create the elevator speech and to get out there. So I love everything that you presented as fabulous strategies.
Absolutely. It's getting that in touch with that passion and then bringing that out to the world, because that you can't fake that. That has to be genuine and really come from inside of us.
Exactly. So Maureen, thank you so much for the valuable tips that you shared with us today on how to really begin to rave about our own success and give ourselves license to do so. For those who would like to get more information about you, where can they go?
I can be reached at Gmail, Maureen Danek, Maureen, Daniek, Maureen Danek, @gmail.com.
Okay, and because we broke up a little bit there, let me just reiterate that. Maureen.Danek, Daniek, @gmail.com, and www.coachforlifechange.com. And Maureen, thank you so much for the time that you shared with us today. Thank you to our audience for watching.